What's up, Go Timers? It's Shannon here, and today we're talking kettlebell swings. So I'm going to help you perfect your kettlebell swing so you can make sure you keep your low back safe and you can actually start to progressive movement into heavier kettlebells. So I'm going to walk you through step by step how to perform the kettlebell swing, so follow along. So I've got one of the competition kettlebells. You'll also see at GoTime we have some of the smaller kettlebells and we have the competition kettlebells. The nice thing about the competition kettlebells is the handle height is at the same level off the ground. So what I'm going to do to initiate the kettlebell swing is I've got one of the 20 kilograms. So if you haven't learned already, these are in kilograms, so multiply times 2.2 to get pounds. So I'm going to stand about 12 to 18 inches away from the kettlebell. From there, I'm going to hinge my hips. So I know that this can be difficult. We don't want to focus on squatting. We want to hinge. So think about just pushing back your hips and pivoting about the center line right here. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab the kettlebell. Instead of starting in this position, I want to tilt it towards me. So it's going to be a straight line from the handle, the horns, all the way up to my arms. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and break the handle. So try and turn it into a rainbow. And what that's going to do is it's going to engage my back, it's going to depress my shoulders, pull them down, and make sure I don't round my upper back. So here we go. I'm going to try and break the bar, and if you watch my shoulders, they're going to get pulled down. So shoulders come down. I'm trying to break the handle, and the first step that I'm going to do is you're just going to start here. So that's the starting position for the kettlebell swing. So we're breaking it down into a couple steps. So that's step one, is the hike. So it's just like you're hiking a football. So I'm going to get the mic out of the way. So again, watch, you're just hiking it. Step two is I'm going to hike it and then I'm going to stand up. And that's going to complete the kettlebell swing. And if you notice, the last step was setting it right back to where the starting position was. So I'm going to walk you through that one more time, step by step. So step one is the hike. Step two is going to pull where you stand up with it. And then that last step is putting the kettlebell back in that position on the same spot on the floor. So something to think about the kettlebell swing. One of the things that we see often is the swing where people start just below their feet and they struggle to get any momentum. So it can be awkward here to try and start it, and you find that you're trying to lift the kettlebell with your arms. So when you get to the top, people are trying to lift it. So this is a heavy kettlebell, but actually the kettlebell swing should be performed with a fairly heavy kettlebell. If you're always grabbing the pinks, start to challenge yourself and move up once you have correct form, because this is a powerful movement. And it shouldn't be done with very light weights, because then you're going to want to cheat and use your arms. So your arms are really just meant to be just an attachment. Think of it like a string. So you can't actually lift up on a string. It can only just swing with the bell attached to it. So what I mean by that is when you get out into the kettlebell swing, watch, the kettlebell should be in that same position where it's straight with my arm. So I'll walk you through it. So if you were to stop the video right here, you would see that it's still in this position. And the other thing we want to start to think about is where is the kettlebell when we're swinging through in relationship to our knees. So your hands should never be down here by your knees. What is that going to do if that kettlebell is way down low right here and we have momentum and we're swinging and we're going for speed? It's opening us up for risk and potential injury to the low back. So one of the most common things we hear about the kettlebell swing when people perform it is that it hurts my low back. So what we're not doing probably well is hinging our hips and keeping the kettlebell as close to our center of mass as possible. So what I mean by that is your hands should be attacking your zipper. This is a common cue we see in kettlebell swings. It's called attack the zipper. So you're doing nothing more than keeping your hands right here in your crotch. And so I don't want to see hands way down low here, because that puts the kettlebell mass very far away from your center of mass. So keep it in close. So when you watch me go through some reps of this, I'm just going to do some dead stops so you can see as I go through this kind of step by step. So I'm here, try and break the handle, hike, up, swing, back down. So when you see it, and I'll do it from the front so you can see where my hand position is. So watch where my hands are at. So again, bell's tilted towards me, break the handle, hike it up, back down. So my hands are always going to stay here. So a couple steps for you to walk back through. Starting point, your kettlebell, bring it out 12 to 18 inches where it feels comfortable for you. We're going to hike the football. So again, tilt it towards us, break that handle, pull the shoulders down, get your back tight. You're going to hike, stand up, squeeze the glutes, and reverse that process. When you're doing so, you don't want to hinge your hips until your arms, your tricep, touch your rib cage. So if you think about where that is, coming down here, then you hinge. Look where my hands are at, right there, and we're attacking the zipper. And you're not thinking about raising your arms, you're thinking about hinging your hips, thrusting your hips forward, and you're always going to use your glutes. So the glutes are one of the most powerful muscles in the body. So the glutes are a very powerful muscle, and that's what we're using here. We're coming forward, we're extending the hips, activating the glutes, and the arms are just meant to make sure the kettlebell doesn't fly away from us. All right, Go Timers, I hope this helps your kettlebell swing and makes your workouts more effective, and have an awesome day.